So these two have been out in the wind. It's about 30 degrees this morning. And they dried out fairly quickly. My only concern is as the Wisconsin winters come on, they'll get frostbite from being wet like that. They get in the warm heated water, and they dried out fairly fast. Their feet are wet, and their beards and their whole heads are wet. So let's get this new water installed and see how that works. If you take a look at how this Faverolle drinks, you can see why they tend to be wet. She dips her whole head in, dips her beard in, and she stays wet until she goes out and gets some breeze on her. The problem is, as the weather's getting colder, they're staying in the run and they're not drying out. It's so loud in here with the chickens talking and squawking that I'm going to have to do voiceovers. If you take a look at her head after she's been drinking, you can get an idea of how wet she gets from wicking water up from her beard. So one thing we've also tended to notice is there'll be a lot of dirt in the water and a ring of wet. Like a ring of wet all the way around it. So I'm not entirely sure what happens in here in the morning, but it looks like there's quite a bit of playing in the water. All right. Looks pretty straightforward. Pretty thick plastic. Got 3 waters. Looks like they move pretty easy. What do you think?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, he loves it. Top just kind of friction fits in place with a hanger. So we'll 60 watts that is thermostatically controlled. So it's not unlike the other one we have. All right, let's go hang it up, see how it works. The new heated water has been in here for 24 hours, and I was a little worried that the chickens would have a hard time figuring out how to get water because they are so accustomed to using the different style water. And I've noticed a couple things. First, they don't seem to have had any issue figuring it out. And second, the floor of the run is significantly drier today. And I have chickens all over my feet. And the bearded birds are dry today. Let me see if I can do this. No water all over the floor, and birds' heads are dry, which is what we were going for. Thus far, I would say this particular model was a good purchase. And there she's using it. So if anybody is nervous about whether or not their chickens will make the switch, all of them seem to figure it out pretty quickly. All I did is I pushed the nipples and let the water run a little bit so they could see it, and then they pretty much did the rest on their own. So I'm gonna call that one a win.